Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Carly and welcome to my YouTube family. So today's video is going to be my best of beauty products for the year 2019. This is going to be my high-end edition. There's just so many products to go through that I always like to separate into a high-end and a drugstore video. So I'm doing the high-end one today first, and then I will be filming the drugstore best of beauty 2019 in my next video. 2019 has brought some amazing new makeup products into the industry, some new brands, launch products, and just so many amazing products were released throughout 2019. I did try out quite a few products, so it was very hard for me to narrow it down for each category. So for example, foundation, I have my top 5 because it was just so hard for me to choose 1 or 2, whereas other categories I might only have 2 products or 1 product, depending on how many products I enjoyed in the year 2019. If you do enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below if you're not already. I'd really appreciate it. So these are my all-time favorite products that I used throughout the year of 2019 and what I have used regularly in my videos and also in my makeup routine for everyday makeup or for a full glam look as well. So let's just get straight into the video. If you'd like to see all of the makeup products in my Best of Beauty 2019 high-end edition, then please keep watching. Okay, so there is so much stuff to get through. I'm going to go by category in order of how I would apply the products. That way I make sure I'm covering everything and not leaving any products out. So first I'm going to start with some body products, and I have quite a few body products to share. I absolutely loved how many brands brought out body products this year. Body oils, body shimmers, just so many amazing products, and there were quite a few that I really loved and couldn't separate. So first I have from Fenty Beauty the Body Lava Body Illuminizers. These are incredible. I have the shade Trophy Wife and Who Needs Clothes, and oh my god, if you want your body to just look beautiful and radiant and glowing and shimmery, these are definitely the products to try. I use the more golden one when I have a tan, and I use the more rose gold shade when I have a tan or when I am my more fairer color. So these two are absolutely beautiful. It is summer here in Australia at the moment, so I'm definitely going to be using these a lot more, and I can't wait to use them because they feel amazing on the skin. They're quite hydrating as well, and I just love the way that they look. Next I have these two from Huda Beauty. These are the Nymph body highlighters. I have the shade Luna and Aphrodite, and these are so incredibly pretty on the body. Very similar to the Fenty ones, but these ones definitely have more of a pearl reflect to them. They are very, very sparkly looking on the skin. They look so beautiful. If you're out in the sun, you'll be able to see your skin glowing and just looking absolutely amazing. I do tend to use the more Aphrodite shade when I have a tan and Luna when I am more fair-skinned, but I absolutely love both of these shades, and they just give your body that beautiful, glowing, radiant look. This one is a little bit more of a softer pearl tone, and this one is more of a bronzed, glowing look. So this on top of a tan is absolutely incredible. So if you're wanting to cover your skin in a shimmering, beautiful, glowing body luminizer, I definitely recommend trying out these two. And next I have 2 body oils, and the first one here is from Patrick Ta. This is the Major Glow body oil in the shade A Dream. This is a champagne tone, and this is just so incredibly beautiful. It's a spray bottle, and you spray this on your skin and you just get the most beautiful reflect of a champagne shimmer on the skin. It just looks so incredible, and because it has oil infused in it, it's very hydrating on the skin as well. This I have used quite a lot recently, and it does still have a lot left in the bottle, and I'm definitely going to be using it a lot more in Australia here as we are in summer right now. So this is just perfect to spritz all over your skin for that beautiful radiant glow. And the last body product I have is another oil. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is the Shimmer Body Oil, and this is more of a gold tone, and it is a little bit more sparkly and shimmery than the Patrick Ta one, but if you are wanting to literally glow to the heavens, this is the body oil that you need to try. It's very hydrating on the skin. Once again, it feels very moisturizing, and it just looks incredible. If you want to go for more of the gold bronze tone, I would go for this one. If you want that more lighter champagne tone, the Patrick Ta body oil is beautiful as well. So I have been loving body products for the year of 2019, and these ones were definitely my favorites. Okay, moving on to some setting sprays. I have 2 favorite setting sprays for the year of 2019. The first one being this incredibly beautiful Fasali Rose Gold Skin Mist. This is just absolute luxury. It is so incredibly beautiful. It has the tiniest little reflex of 24 karat gold in there, and it just makes your skin look so glowing and so hydrated. I really, really love using this setting spray if I'm going for a night out. I just think it makes my skin look that little bit more dewy and glowing, and it makes your highlighter really pop and stand out. I've definitely loved using this one throughout the year. And the second spray I have here is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Dewy Set Setting Spray. I absolutely love the packaging of this first of all. This one is amazing if you have dry skin. I feel like it just gives you that extra moisture hit. It's so beautiful on the skin, makes my skin look nice and hydrated and glowing when I spray it on my face at the end of makeup, and I also use this one before I apply any skincare as well for a bit of extra hydration. So definitely enjoyed using this one throughout 2019. Okay, and for primers, I had two favorite primers. The first one is from Ole Henriksen. This is the Banana Bright Face Primer. I am absolutely obsessed with this primer. It is so incredibly nourishing and hydrating on my skin. I find that my foundation sits really nicely on it. It's got a little slight bit of tackiness to it, and I just find my skin always looks flawless when I use this primer underneath. So hands down has been one of my favorites that I've ever tried, and definitely throughout 2019. And the second primer I have is from Fenty Beauty, and this one is the Soft Silk Pro Filter Hydrating Primer. Another beautiful hydrating primer. This one has a slight bit more moisture to it than the Ole Henriksen one. It's a little bit more liquidy, but I absolutely love how it feels on my skin. Just gives me so much hydration. My skin looks beautiful and radiant and glowing, and it just looks amazing under any foundation that I've used it with. So definitely another favorite primer. Okay, moving on to foundation. This was definitely the hardest category for me. I managed to narrow it down to my top 5 because there were just so many amazing foundations that launched throughout 2019 and that I absolutely loved using. So the first one here is from Fenty Beauty, and this is the new Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation. This just looks so beautiful on my skin. I'm not a huge fan of the original Fenty Pro Filter Matte Foundation. It just looks so dry on my skin that I have to mix in a primer with it or a bit of moisturizer for it to work for me, but this one, it just looks incredible. It gives me the most beautiful dewy look to my skin. It's definitely really good coverage. I would say it's more of a fuller coverage foundation. I've used this foundation so many times in makeup tutorials and just throughout everyday makeup wear, so it's definitely one of my favorite foundations. Next is the Hourglass Vanish Seamless Liquid Foundation. I absolutely love the stick foundation. It's probably the only stick foundation that I like because it is very creamy and hydrating, and this liquid foundation is so incredible as well. It's more of a medium buildable to full coverage, and it does give my skin more of that satin finish. So if I want something a little less dewy, this is the foundation that I reach for, and it just looks so flawless on the skin. Next is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Luminous Foundation. Another favorite this year. I absolutely love the way it looks on my skin. As it says, it looks very luminous. This is more of a medium to buildable to full coverage. It's the foundation I'm wearing today, and I just find that this gives my skin such a beautiful, flawless, glowing look, and it just looks really, really pretty. I love using this foundation. It does last quite a long time as well. So this is one I would tend to wear when I want more of a fuller glam makeup that's going to last really long throughout the night. So this is definitely one of my favorites. And next is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Weightless Liquid Foundation. This was one of my favorite foundation releases of the year as well. First of all, the packaging is so beautiful on this. This one is a little bit more on the matte side, but more of a satin matte finish. It's not too matte on my skin, which is what I really like. Another more medium to full coverage foundation, so definitely something I would wear more of an evening or if I'm wanting more of a fuller glam look. And I just find that this looks really nice on my skin. The color matches my tan really beautifully as well, so it can be hard to find foundations that match your tan quite nicely, but this one definitely does. So I really enjoyed using this one throughout 2019. And the last foundation is this one here from Pat McGrath Labs. This is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. This is just such a beautiful, natural, light to medium coverage foundation. If you want something very natural looking on the skin that allows your skin to peep through a little bit, so it's not too heavy looking, this is the perfect foundation to try out. Just looks so flawless on the skin. It just gives my skin that little bit of coverage, but just makes it look like I'm not wearing too much makeup, and it just looks so beautiful on the skin. I do get a lot of compliments when I wear this foundation, so that means that it looks really nice. So definitely my favorite for more of a natural wear everyday makeup. So this is another favorite from Pat McGrath. Okay, moving on to concealers. I have 3 favorite concealers. The first one here is probably my favorite concealer for the year. It's from Fenty Beauty. It is the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealer. This is just the perfect concealer in my opinion. It has such a beautiful liquid cream finish. It's so hydrating under the eyes. doesn't crease, and it just gives really nice coverage as well. So it's definitely my go-to concealer when I'm wanting more of a fuller glam look, or even just a natural makeup look. I'll just use this with a bit of powder and it looks so beautiful on the skin. So definitely my favorite concealer of the year is from Fenty Beauty. And next is the concealer from Urban Decay. This is the Stay Naked Correcting Concealer. This is just such a beautiful concealer. It has more medium to fuller coverage in it. It's a little bit less hydrating than the Fenty one, but it still looks really beautiful on the skin. It covers really nicely, which is what I like about this. It does correct and cover at the same time. And I just find that this looks really nice paired with the Urban Decay foundation especially, but it does pair nicely with other foundations as well. So definitely one of my favorite concealers for the year. And finally, the Kylie Cosmetics Skin Concealer. This one I really liked. I was surprised how much I liked it. It does remind me of the ColourPop concealer, and I just find this became more of my natural everyday makeup concealer, and I just wore this so much. I'm pretty much out of this concealer, but I just find it looks so beautiful on the skin. It gives the perfect amount of coverage without looking too heavy, and it is nice and hydrating on the skin. So especially if I'm not wearing foundation, this would tend to be the concealer I would go for, just to put a little bit of powder on top, and it would just look beautiful on the skin. So I really love the formula of this one from Kylie Cosmetics. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend trying it. Okay, moving on to powder. My absolute favorite pressed powder foundation for the year is this one here from Too Faced. This is the Born This Way Multi-Use Complexion Powder. I absolutely love this powder. It's just one of the best powders I've ever tried. I love the formula. It's a very smooth finishing powder, so it's definitely not too dry on my skin, and it just gives the perfect amount of coverage. It's not too heavy, and I just find it sets my makeup beautifully and just looks really flawless. So I highly recommend trying out this powder. It's definitely my favorite one for the year in a pressed version from Too Faced. And next I have two favorite loose powders. The first one here is from Cover FX. This is the Perfect Setting Powder in Translucent Light. I really like this one. It's very similar to the Laura Mercier one. It has that tiny little hint of a beige tone to it, so it's not stark white, which is what I prefer. And I just find that this is really good for baking under the eyes. I find it just looks flawless. It just gives that really beautiful airbrushed look under the eye and down the center of the face area. So I really enjoyed using this one from Cover FX this year. And the second powder I really enjoyed this year is from Fenty Beauty, and this is the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder in the shade Banana. This was my favorite powder for brightening up under the eyes. It has that more of a banana yellow shade. So I'd use it to bake under the eyes and down the center of the face if I want that more of a brighter, more awake look. And this just looks absolutely flawless and beautiful on the skin. I love Fenty Beauty. There are quite a lot of Fenty Beauty products in my best of beauty because they are hands down one of my favorite brands. I love all their products that they produce, and this was definitely one of my favorite loose powders of the year. Okay, next is bronzer, and I have two favorite bronzers. The first one is Fenty Beauty. This is hands down my favorite bronzer of the year. This is the Sunstalker Instant Warmth Bronzer in the shade Islanding, and you can see by the inside how much I love this bronzer. It's been definitely through the ringer. I just absolutely love the shade. It's such a beautiful warm toned bronzer. It's perfect if you want to give your skin that sun-kissed bronzed look, and I just absolutely love how this looks on my skin. I can wear it when I am more tan and apply it quite lightly when I'm more fair, and it just looks so beautiful on the skin. It's a matte finish, and I find that it blends in really nicely. It doesn't go on too pigmented to start with. You can build up how much color you want. Definitely hands down my favorite bronzer of the year. And the second bronzer I really enjoyed using this year is from Cover FX. This is the Monochromatic Bronzer Duo Matte and Shimmer in the shade Sunkissed Bronze. This one is a little bit more of a deeper, cooler toned bronzer, but I really like using this one if I want that really more depth bronze look to my skin. I just find this looks so beautiful. I haven't used this side all that much. I use this maybe as a little bit of a topper if I want that bit more of a glowing look, but this bronzer here I have really enjoyed using throughout the year. It's such a beautiful shade. It is matte, and it does have that little bit of a deeper tone to it, which looks beautiful mostly on when I have a tan. It's a little bit too dark for me when I'm more fair skin, but when I have a tan, this bronzer looks really pretty on the skin. Next up is contour. I have two products, one cream and one more of a powder contour product. The first one here is the cream. This is the Huda Beauty Tan Tour in the shade Light. I absolutely love this. It's become my favorite cream contour to use. I just find the formula is incredible. It goes on quite intense, but it blends out so beautifully onto the skin. It's so easy to blend out onto the skin with a beauty blender or a brush. And I just really like the way how it gives that more of a cream contour, beautiful natural look with cream products. So this is definitely my favorite cream contour that I used throughout 2019. And for a powder contour, my favorite product to use was this one from Dior. This is the Dior Backstage Contour Palette, and I absolutely love this palette. This shade in the bottom left corner here is just the most perfect contour shade. It's so beautiful. It looks quite light in the pan, but it does come out with a little bit more color. I just find it's the most beautiful, cool toned contour shade that I've tried. I just think it looks so natural on the skin. It just gives that beautiful sculpted look. So hands down, definitely my favorite powder contour product of the year. Okay, moving on to blushes. I have two different blushes that I really enjoyed using. The first one here is from Kylie Cosmetics. This is the pressed blush powder in the shade Close to Perfect, which is the most beautiful peachy pink tone blush. I absolutely love these shades. This one is a matte finish and it just looks so beautiful and natural on the skin. Just gives that little bit of a pop of color without being too much, and I just find I use this blush so many times in makeup looks. It just pairs beautifully with any eye look and any lip look as well. It's a very versatile color, so I really enjoyed using this blush throughout 2019. And secondly, I really enjoyed these blushes from Patrick Ta. These are the Monochrome Moment Velvet Blushes. I have the shade She's Seductive and She's Adorable. The packaging on these is so beautiful. I love the rose gold. So the first shade here is called She's Adorable, and this is the one I've been using the most. It is that little bit more of a richer, warm rose tone. It just looks so incredibly beautiful on the skin. It is a slight shimmer finish to it, so it gives that little bit of a glow on the skin as well. So if you want that little bit more of a glowing blush look, this is definitely a blush to try out. I really, really love the shade and how it looks on the skin. And the next shade, She's Seductive, is a little bit more of a cooler tone mauve shade. I don't usually go for these shades, but when I saw Patrick Ta using this on a few models and just for different beauty looks, it just looks so amazing on the skin. So I picked it up and I really love the way it looks on my skin. So I highly recommend trying out the Patrick Ta blushes if you haven't tried them already. Next, I have a couple of face palettes that I really enjoyed using throughout the year. The first one here is from Charlotte Tilbury, and this has got to be the most stunning packaging. It is so pretty with the beautiful pastel colors. This is the Glowgasm face palette in Lightgasm. So this is the lighter shade palette, and I am just so in love with this palette. The colors I mostly used was the beautiful rose gold pink tone color down here and the two highlighters at the top. I just find it just gives the most beautiful natural glow to my skin. They're not full on bright intense highlighters. They're very skin-like. They just look like your skin's glowing from within. They just look so beautiful. So if I'm going for more of a natural everyday makeup look, this is definitely a palette that I reach for a lot. Another palette I really loved using is this one from Becca. This was the Khloe Kardashian and Malika collaboration BFF palette. So it is the Made with Love palette by Khloe, and this one is so incredibly beautiful. I really love this blush color down here. It's a beautiful peachy pink tone with a slight shimmer to it. And I also really love all these shades in this palette actually. This bronzer is very, very natural looking on the skin if you just want a hint of color. And the two highlighters are very skin-like looking on the skin as well. Very radiant, but not too intense. So another face palette I would love to use when I do more everyday makeup looks. And the last face palette is this one here from Benefit. This is the Cheek Leaders Bronze Squad palette, and this palette just has everything I love in one. It has your beautiful bronzer up here, Hula Caramel, which is a bit more of a deeper tone bronzer. You have some really beautiful blush colors. You have Coralista and Gold Rush, which are two of my favorite blushes from Benefit. And this highlighter in the center is definitely a game changer. This one is Cookie, and this is just the most intense, beautiful, luminous highlighter. It is so incredibly radiant on the skin. Oh my god, it looks so pretty. I've used this in a couple of tutorials and I just love the way it looks. It looks like you are shining from heaven. Like, it is very, very intense, but so beautiful at the same time. And then also Hula, which is one of my favorite contour bronzer shades as well. I love this palette. It's very, very versatile for traveling. It has so many different bronzer, blush and highlights all in one, so very convenient. Okay, next up is highlighters, and my favorite pressed highlighter for the year was this one from Artist Couture. This is the Diamond Luxe Luminizer pressed highlight in the shade Haute Dame, and I have to be careful with this one because it has actually popped out of the container, but you can see it's the most beautiful golden champagne tone. This just makes my skin look shining bright with this beautiful golden tone. It's such a smooth, creamy formula. It just looks so beautiful and radiant on the skin. So definitely my favorite pressed highlighter of the year. And for loose highlighters, I have a couple of favorites. The first ones here are from Fenty Beauty. These are the Fairy Bomb Shimmer Powders in the shade 24K, which is a gold shade, and Rosé on Ice, which is a beautiful rose gold color. That's the shade I'm wearing on my cheeks today. I absolutely love these. They just give the most beautiful, luminous, highlighted glow on the skin. They aren't glittery or anything. They just look beautiful and shiny, and I just really love the formula of these. And next, I also really love the Anastasia Beverly Hills loose highlighters. I have the shade So Hollywood, which is the beautiful gold color. This is in a pressed version as well, which I really like, but I've been really loving the loose highlighter formula. And there is also two other shades which I really like here. We have Snowflake, which is this beautiful pearl white ice color, and then we also have Sunset Aura, which is a really beautiful bronze tone. So I've just been loving using the loose highlighters. I just think they give that extra bit of glow on the skin when you want that more of a highlighted intense look. So these ones are really beautiful. Okay, moving on to brow products. I have two brow pencils that I really loved using. The first one is from Fenty Beauty, and this is the Brow MVP Ultra Fine Brow Pencil and Styler. I absolutely love this one. I really like the styling tool that you get on the bottom, and it does have the really nice wind up thin pencil. And this styler is so unique. It's this little flat brush that really helps to push the product into the brows and helps my brows to lay flat. So I really enjoyed using that. And another brow pencil I really liked is this one from Urban Decay. This is the Brow Blade, and this one has one end which is a brow pen, which is really nice for adding the extra little strokes of brow hairs, and then the other side is the waterproof pencil as well. So really enjoyed using those brow products. And I also have a brow gel. This one is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Dip Brow Gel. This is my hands down favorite brow gel at the moment. I can get away with just using this in my brows, and it looks like I've just used so much effort because it just gives so much pigment, and it just makes my brows look really nice and full and defined. So I really loved using this Anastasia Dip Brow Gel throughout the year 2019. Now for some eye products, I have two eyeliners that I really loved using. The first one here is from Too Faced. This is the Better Than Sex Easy Glide Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. This is hands down my favorite liquid eyeliner I've ever used. It's got a really nice fine tip. It's really opaque, very black. What I love about this is that it dries almost instantly. Because I do have more hooded eyes, if I use a really wet liquid eyeliner, it just transfers straight away. When I open my eye, it will just transfer straight up. This one never does that, and it's just so quick and easy to quickly go along the lash line, and I just think it's a really great waterproof liquid liner. I'd highly recommend trying it. And the second eyeliner I've really loved using is the Huda Beauty Life Liner, mainly for the pencil end here. I just find this is such an amazing waterproof eyeliner to use in the waterline. It's very black, and it stays. It does not smudge whatsoever. So definitely my favorite waterproof eyeliner pencil to use in the waterline, and I would definitely recommend trying out this one. It does have the second side, which is more of the liquid eyeliner, which I don't use too much because, like I said, this does transfer up onto my eye. So I have to be very careful. I have to literally sit there with my eyes closed for quite a while and fan them so that it dries. But I definitely love using the pencil end on this Huda Beauty Life Liner. Next for mascara, I only have one mascara to mention. It is hands down my favorite mascara at the moment. It's from Too Faced. This is the Damn Girl Mascara. I absolutely love the packaging. I think this is so beautiful. It looks like a crystal. I think it's so absolutely amazing. And this is such a great wand. The bristles are really nice and thick, and I just find that it gives so much length and volume to my lashes. If I use a few coats of this, it looks like I'm wearing false lashes. So it's amazing if you want that really nice full lash look. This is definitely the best mascara to try for that. Okay, moving on to eyeshadow. I have a couple of favorite eyeshadow palettes. The first one here is from KKW. This is the KKW and Mario palette. This is the first palette that they released. Absolutely stunning. I love the shades in this palette. It's definitely my go-to everyday palette for these beautiful nude shades. This brown, this more of a burnt orange brown, the darker brown, and these shimmer shades I definitely use all the time. I absolutely love the palette. The formula is incredible. These shadows are so pigmented, so smooth, so easy to blend, and the shimmers are so beautiful and reflective on the lid. They look like wet shadows. They are amazing. So if you haven't tried this palette, I definitely recommend trying it out. If if you're looking for these more everyday neutral colors, and it also has a few pops of color with this beautiful bright blue and this purple tone color as well. I also really love using some Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes, and I have my two favorites here. The first one is the Sultry palette. This packaging is so stunning, this deep bronze. I just think it's so beautiful. And this palette has more of the cooler tones, which is what I have been reaching for when I've been wanting to try more cooler tones. This one just has so many beautiful silvers and blacks and some deeper, cooler browns as well. And it also has a few brighter shades at the top, but I've loved using this one for more cool tone looks. It has really nice cooler tone shimmers in it as well. So really love this palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I've also really loved using the Jackie Aina and Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. This packaging is so stunning as well. This holographic reflect, it's so beautiful. And this palette has more colorful shades that I love to use, especially these purples all throughout this section here. It's actually what I've got on my eyes today. The purples, I used the two shades at the top, and I just think they look really beautiful for that purple smoky eye look. So this palette has some really beautiful colors. I love this iridescent greeny gold shade as well. It's really pretty. So Anastasia Beverly Hills has some of the best formulas of eyeshadows in my opinion. I just think they are amazing quality, and I've really loved using their palettes this year. And for eyeshadows, I've also been loving these Artist Couture Diamond Lights finishes. They are loose pigments and they are absolutely incredible. I have the shades Diamond Bronze and Golden Hour. If you want that wet look, bright, beautiful, luminous, bronzy gold color, these are definitely the products that you need to get. They are loose eyeshadow pigments and they just look so incredibly stunning on the eyes. I have used them both in some makeup tutorials and I just love the way that they look on the lids. Next up is eyelashes, and there's a couple of brands of eyelashes I've really loved using. The first brand is House of Lashes, and my favorite pairs of lashes are the Iconic Lights, and these ones are the Demure Lights, which are the ones I'm wearing on my eyes today. These ones are a little bit more natural, and I just want a little bit more length and volume to my lashes, but nothing too thick. These ones are beautiful, and I do love the Iconic Lights just because they're a bit shorter than the regular Iconics, which I find pretty much go up to my eyebrows. So the Iconic Lights are just a little bit more shorter, which is perfect for my eye shape. I've also really loved the Huda Beauty lashes, especially the Samantha number 7s. These are just the most beautiful long wispy lashes, which once again aren't too long for me. And these ones just give a little bit more drama if you're wanting that more of a fuller looking lash. These ones are really beautiful. And lastly, I have the Esquito lashes. These ones are the Big City Nights. I've used these in a couple of makeup tutorials, and these ones are so pretty. They go from a shorter length to a longer length, so they've got that really nice kind of cat eye finish, which really suits my eye shape. And these ones aren't too long and aren't too full, which allows the eyeshadow to still be seen on my eyes. So I've really loved using these lashes quite a lot. And for lash glue, I've loved the Esquito Companion Eyelash Glue. It's my absolute favorite. It's a little bit more of a gluier texture. It's not runny, so it's a little bit more of a thicker, creamier texture. I just find it helps my lashes stick on and last a lot longer in the eye without any of the corners kind of popping up. So this is definitely my favorite lash glue. And moving on to lip products, I have a few lip liners that I have really loved using throughout 2019. First of all, I have the Patrick Ta. These are the Precision Lip Crayons. These have been life-changing. They're my favorite lip liners to use. I love the formula. I love the actual product itself. I think they are so unique. So first of all, the shape on them is really unique. It's like a flat angled shape, which I just find is so perfect to be able to get into the corners of the lips and also to round out the shape at the top of the Cupid's bow. So I love these ones, and the formula is so opaque, so easy to blend on the lips. They are just so incredible. So I have the shade She's Proud, which is a little bit more of a pinker brown tone, and I also have She's Strong, which is a little bit more of a darker brown nude. But these two, if you have not tried Patrick Ta lip liners, I highly recommend trying these. I've also really been loving the KKW Beauty lip liners, especially nude number 2. I am wearing this one on my lips today. It's more of a darker brown. These are just the colors I've been wearing a lot, and this one is a really nice creamy formula as well that stays on the lips really well. So definitely I love the KKW Beauty lip liners. And lastly, I also love the Kylie Cosmetics lip liners. This one in the shade Coconut I used to death for such a long time. It's just the most perfect lighter brownie peach color. I just absolutely love this one. It's perfect to go with any nude lipstick really. If you're going to go for more pink, peach, or more of a brownier nude, this one just pairs beautifully with it. It's just a little bit darker than my natural lip color, so it's perfect just to add that bit more definition. For lipsticks, I've really been loving two different brands lipsticks. The first one here is the Huda Beauty. These are the Power Matte lipsticks. This one is in the shade Interview. I've worn this one quite a lot and it's such a beautiful peachy mauve tone. It's quite a unique shade, and these are just the most comfortable matte formula lipsticks I think I've ever tried. They are so smooth and so soft feeling on the lips. I definitely don't have any issues with dryness or cracking or anything, and they're just so opaque and full of color. So if you haven't tried these Huda Beauty lipsticks, I definitely recommend trying them out. And the other brand of lipsticks I've really loved are the KKW Beauty lipsticks. I have the shades Nude 1, Nude 2, and also Classic K. I just love the formula of these. They are very, very creamy. They're not matte. They're a little bit more of a satin finish. And they just are the perfect nude shades. I'm wearing nude number 1 today, which is a little bit lighter, which I love to pair with the darker lip liner and do more of an ombre lip look. I think that looks really beautiful. And these shades of nude are just always going to be so popular. They just look beautiful on the lips. They pair with all different eye colors as well. So I just found myself grabbing these and the Huda Beauty ones the most throughout 2019. For liquid lipsticks, I hands down have been loving the ones from Patrick Ta. These are the Silky Lip Creams. I have the shade She's Secure and She's Independent. This one is a bit more of a lighter pinky peach one, and this is a bit more of a darker nude brown. These are so amazing on the lips. They're more of a creamier formula, so they don't dry down matte, but they just feel so comfortable on the lips. They just give that little bit of creaminess and hydration. They feel so smooth. They are very, very pigmented, and I find myself using these quite a lot when I want that little bit more of a creamier finish look to my lips than matte. These are definitely the ones I've been grabbing, and I really love the formula of these from Patrick Ta. So I need to pick up the other shade. I believe there's a third shade, and I hope he comes out with more shades because I really love the formula. And the last category is lip gloss. And once again, I have been loving the Patrick Ta lip glosses. These are the Major Glow Lip Shines. I have all 3 shades. We have She's Expensive, which is a beautiful champagne gold color. We have She's an Influencer, which is this beautiful rose gold one. And also this really fun pink coral shade called Is She Younger Than Me? I'm wearing this on my lips today on top of the nude lipstick just to give it a bit more of a pinkier tone to go with my eyes. But these lip glosses are so beautiful. They give the perfect amount of shimmer without being over the top. They don't look glittery or chunky or anything, and they're definitely not sticky. That's the worst thing with lip glosses for me, is when they're really sticky and your hair gets stuck and oh, it's just horrible. These ones are really nice and smooth on the lips, so I've been loving using these throughout 2019. And next up, I have a lip gloss from Hourglass. This is one of the Unreal lip glosses in the shade Child. This is the most beautiful opaque lip gloss I've ever tried. It's a full color lip gloss. It's not sheer, and it just looks so beautiful. You can wear this on its own with just a lip liner, or you can wear it over the top of a lipstick just to give a bit more shine to it. But this formula is incredible. I definitely have to pick up some more shades, but this has been my go-to lip gloss when I want that more full color. This is just an amazing formula. It smells like peppermint as well. It's not plumping for the lips, but it just feels so comfortable. It's not sticky once again, and it just looks really beautiful. And the last product is a gloss from Fenty Beauty. I absolutely love all of the Fenty Beauty gloss bombs. This color I especially love using throughout 2019. This one is in the shade Fussy, which is the most beautiful soft baby pink color. This just adds the most beautiful touch of pink to the lips if you want that really nice kind of natural pink glow to the lips. I use this quite a lot with nothing underneath, and it just gives the perfect amount of a little bit of shine with a little bit of pink color. It's like slightly lighter than my lips, so it just gives that tiny hint of color to it, and it just looks so beautiful. You can wear this over any lipstick and it'll just give a little bit more shine to it, but I really love using it on its own when I just want that really natural glossy lip look. So definitely love the Fenty Beauty gloss bomb. So those are all of the makeup products in my Best of Beauty 2019 high-end edition. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel down below if you're not already, and keep a lookout for the Best of Beauty 2019 drugstore edition that I'll be filming very soon and putting up for you guys. Let me know in the comments down below what were some of your favourite makeup products throughout the year of 2019. I'm thinking of doing a skincare edition just because there's just so much extra products to mention in one video. So let me know down below if you'd like me to do that, my best of beauty skincare edition. I'll just do one video on that, whether it's drugstore or high-end products. So let me know if you'd like to see that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.